Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another Plan With Me. This is Misty with Happy Planning with Misty, and I'm needing to do a week in my Stalogy. This is my Stalogy outside of the case that I usually have it in. She is bulky, and so it's easier to plan. This is a vinyl that I got, or a sticker, I should say, that I got, and then I laminated it. So I could use it more than once. But this is from Shine Sticker Studio, and then this sticker here is from Sweet Kawaii Design, and they are just so cute. So in my Stalogy, we are in July. Sorry, I had to pause the video. What is it about me starting to video stuff and I had to sneeze? There's something about it. I don't know. But this was the last week I done. This was the very end of June to the first few days of July. And this is the Sweet Kawaii Design that I done, and some of the days that I laid out of what went on. And so then I done my July setup. I've got to get my July tab in here. I forgot about that. So this is my welcome to July. And these are pages, full pages for a B6 from Sweet Tea Plans. And then I done some washi from, y'all, I can't remember what this washi is from, but this is from Pookie Bear Cuties down here. And then these decorative stickers are from a book from Hobby Lobby. Let's see, it's something Studios. I did not grab that book, y'all. But anyway, it has several months in it. And anyway, this is where some of the decorative stuff come from. My calendar is a printable from Annie's Printables that I bought. I bought the whole year, and it was like $5 for the whole year, and you can print them off as many times as you want to. And size them to whatever size you want. But then here's my social media. This is my mood tracker. I drew this. And then this is my it's not the word code. What do you get? Y'all, I don't have my words this morning. But anyway, I don't think you call it code. Anyway, if my day's amazing, if I'm tired, sad, or hurting because I deal with migraines. I don't know what's gotten on my stickers. But anyway, here's another full page sticker from Sweet Tea Plans. And then this is my meal tracker. And so now we're into laying down the first week of July, which should be the 3rd. I think that's right. Is this? Yes. Sunday the 2nd was the last. So this is going to be the July 3rd through the 9th. And so that is going to include the 4th. So I got this 4th of July Freedom Kit from Sweet Tea Plans. So we've got our decorative boxes and functional boxes. We've got a weekend banner, and we've got some more functional boxes and some icons. We've got a Monday through Sunday bill dues. We've got trackers, headers. We've got our washi, our days of the week. Looks like some more headers maybe. Yeah, that are just maybe a little bit thicker. A couple of flags to layer with our numbers for our days. And so my thing that I'm thinking about is even though I've got this washi, it's not going to be enough washi. Unless I do the cousin layout, which is, if some of you know, is the lines, and like it's been being like a day to a page. Let's see, I like this layout too, because then my days are not so big. So that is a week on 4 pages. And then I like the cousin layout because then let's see if I can find a cousin layout. I know I've got one in here because it's my go-to layout, because I don't feel like I have to. Here's a cousin layout in a way. No, I still got four pages there on that. This is a cousin layout. This is where you got the whole week on 2 pages. And if I do that, this is enough washi for that. So I don't feel like I got enough to go down. If I do a page, a day to a page, I don't feel like I've got enough information. Let's see if I can get this to lay it. Maybe it'll stay that way. Alright, so let me get my ruler. And then I need to get my tweezers and let's see if I got one of my pens down in here. I've been walking. Do y'all walk with y'all's pens? I walk with my pens. I'm horrible about doing it. And then I need it, can't find it. I walk with everything. And I start in one room doing something and I go to another room. Do they call that ADD or ADHD? Yeah. Alright, so I'm needing Monday the 3rd. And also, the day that I'm filming this is Tuesday the 12th. So, first off, how are you guys doing? I hope y'all are doing good. Yesterday was September the 11th, and a lot of people know what that is for us as Americans. It's a day we remember. It's a day, it's sobering, that's for sure. And it's been even more so for me because back when 9/11 happened, we did not have a TV in our home. We had, well, let me say, we had a TV, but it didn't have no connection to it. We watched DVDs and VHS, and so we watched shows, but we just went, back then you had places you could go and rent movies. Do y'all remember that? I am so dating myself when I tell y'all this. But, oh, I need a washi card too, don't I, guys? Let me see if I got one in here. Yes. But yeah, do y'all remember like Blockbuster? You could go to like stores like that and you could rent movies. Well, I mean, I got married in 98. And so me and my husband were still learning how to live on a fixed income. And I was also, now I'm going to say this, but this is not to belittle anybody. I was homeschooled and my home life was sheltered. We didn't have a TV at home that picked up channels either. We were homeschooled and we watched DVDs and videos. There's 4 kids and a mom and dad, and there was one income. So you didn't have stuff that wasn't a necessity so you could make ends meet. So when it come time for, or when all this started happening, I should say, with 9/11, I get to work that morning at the pharmacy, and it's chaos, because I could tell something was going on, because people, the way they were talking to one another, and then there was people, you could tell people had been crying, and people were just walking around like, have you heard anything else? Have you heard anything else? And I was like, what in the world is going on? I knew something was up, but like I said, I didn't know. And on the way to work, I listened to my CDs. I wasn't listening to news. 4th, 5th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Let me put Friday. And so let's see. What is the box that I use for my middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the very beginning of 9 is where I started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lost it just that quick, y'all. My eyeballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right here is where I need to start. Okay. Okay, so unbeknownst to me, y'all, I don't know the world is falling apart. And I still didn't do that right, because I'm just trying to make sure I get the... Did I do that right? Yes, I did. Stay down. It's Thursday. I need on the other side. I'm just trying to make sure I get to work. And like I said, I've got my music on in the car. I don't realize our world's falling apart. Other people's world's falling apart. And there was decisions made by individuals that should have never had to be made by people, whether to stay and burn or jump and die that way. Either way, they knew they wasn't gonna make it. But if any of my people that watch were affected by that, I want you to know that I am sorry, and I have prayed for your family more than once. And I do not know that hurt, but I can tell you I do know a hurt of loss, because on this day in 2005, I gave birth to a little girl. Her name was Caitlin, but she decided to come way too early, and her only lived 3 days. So today she would have been 18, y'all. But knowing what I know about heaven, there's no way I would ask her back. She's better off than I am, actually. But even though it's been 18 years, it's like my body still knows somehow that there was tragedy on this day, and it still aches. So for those that lost on 9/11, and those of us that have had miscarriages, had babies that didn't survive, and for us ladies that want to be moms and our bodies just didn't cooperate. I want you to know I'm here for you. I love you guys, and I'm sorry you've had to go through that. So just real quick, we're fixing to try to change the mood of this, but before we do, I want to pray for y'all real quick. Dear Heavenly Father, we love you. We thank you for your goodness to us. And most of all, we thank you for loving us. Lord, we don't always know the why to things, but I'm so glad that we can rest in the character of you. God, we can trace you back from the beginning, and each time you've made a promise, you've kept it. And Lord, we can rest in that fact that you never change. God, that you'll be exactly what we need you to be. And God, your grace has been sufficient from day to day. Lord, I pray that you would be with these ladies, Lord, that hurt. God, I pray for the hearts that are aching this morning. God, I pray that you'd wrap your arms about them. You would draw them close and help them to know that they're loved, and God, that you care about them. Lord, I pray that you would just make your presence known. Help them to know that you're real, and God, that their answer can be found in you. We love you this morning, Lord. Thank you for the privilege that's ours as a free nation to still be able to serve you. We pray that you would help us to be all that you would have us to be, and for what you do, we'll praise you in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, ladies. We're going to wipe our eyes, and we're going to be thankful for the men and women that fought for our freedom, and we're going to put down this 4th of July kit, and we're going to be excited about it, thankful for it, count our blessings. Oh, because it could be so much different. So anyway, let's see. That is appropriately on the day it needs to be. And then we're going to put Mickey on this day. And these characters make this 4th of July kit so cute. Do y'all remember Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and all that? I look for these cartoons at Christmas time. And I usually have to do it on YouTube because I don't see it no more played on our TV. But I'm telling you, I used to love these cartoons for Christmas. And it's just, and I'll tell you this too, for those of you that are down in the South, do you remember when Hardee's sold the glass, they wouldn't be, I guess you'd call them cups, but they were glass, but they had like the Smurfs and different cartoon characters on them, and they were collectibles. Gosh, that does date me. But yes, I remember that. And I don't know if the ones from Sweet Tea Plans will watch this video or not, but I just want you to know you made a cute, cute kit. I am loving, loving, loving it. Okay, so on Monday, let's see, let's do some headers. Do y'all watch Rachel Beauty Plans? If you don't, guys, y'all need to watch Rachel Beauty Plans. I love that girl. She flat can put a spread down. And I don't care what planner it is. And I don't care if she don't have but leftovers and 3 stickers. She can still make a spread. So much fun to watch. And so enjoyable. I love watching Rachel work and decorate. I would love to go have a spot of tea with her in the United Kingdom, and us talk about planners. Her and Josephine bow design. Oh my gosh, I love that. I wish I was closer to to where it was easier to get stuff from Josephine Bodesign. Her kits are beautiful. And Paper K, oh, that bear, Dot the bear, is so cute. Alright, here's the last header. I don't think I'm going to put one on Sunday because there's not really a lot of room. Now that is cute. Alright, so then I've got a weekend banner. Let's go ahead and use that before I start using up all my space. So Friday, I'm going to do this because all I need really is just to put that we went to church on Sunday. And let's see, I've got this flag. Will that fit? No, but I can. Let's see, y'all, if I can trim it down without making it look horrible. Let's see, is it that I need it trimmed down lengthwise? Yes. Widthwise, I mean. So if I do it widthwise, I need to do a little bit on each side, maybe. No, maybe that'd be all right. Okay, then I can just write my church in there. Okay, so then back to Monday. I usually write my meals down. But I think since my spacing is limited, I think I'll write a meal on each of these stickers here. So let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just need to pull in one more box, which I can do from here. And we'll just alternate. And this is where I'm going to put my meal for each day. Let's see, I've done that. So let's do meal there. And then go back with a stripe. Look how much of a hump I got in this book. But I love the Stalogy. I love the feel of this thickness. And just to know my memories, even though they're just like more or less highlights of the day, but just to know I've got a book that is pretty, that I can look back on, and also memories. I love it. I don't know if that's enough room for somebody that has a lot of to-do list if you sticker it up like this. But most of the time I don't have I don't know really how y'all to plan ahead, because I've told y'all, but for those that are new, you know, it's like when I try to plan ahead, it laughs in my face. Stuff's going to get changed. It never fails. But anyway, this is where I'm going to stick my meals for every day. On Monday, I do have where I can track my medicine. We might just do one tracker this go around since I don't see but one in this kit. Anyway, we'll track medicine. I can do this bill due. My binge watching I'll probably put it on Saturday. But we have been watching, we love NCIS. DeNozo and Gibbs and Ziva. So I like watching that. So we most of the time binge watch stuff like that. So let me go back with some boxes up here just to write some to-dos in. And Maddie, she's back in school. I get a text from her every day. Mama, I've had enough. Come get me. I've already had one this morning, and I sent her a text back. Maddie, do you not realize that you text me every day telling me how done you are with school? And that you're ready to come home. And that it is not an option, honey. It's not an option. I love her, love her, love her. She was born in 06 after we had Caitlin. Caitlin was born in September of 05 and passed away. And then Maddie was born in December of 06. And so on the way to school this morning, I just held her hand and told her, I said, baby, Mama loves you. I'm so thankful for you because, you know, I told y'all Caitlin came early. Caitlin was trying to come at 21 weeks, and they put me in the hospital on my back, legs up in the air, feet up in the air, head upside down, all the kind of positions that you can think of, trying to keep her in as long as we could keep her in. And at 23 weeks, she decided she was coming either way, and her little lungs they just couldn't do it. But buddy, she tried. Let's see, those are similar. Let's put that over here. And then I get pregnant with Maddie, which me just getting pregnant was no small feat. It was an act of God and Congress to get that to happen. And so that's too tight. So we'll put it down here. I get pregnant with Maddie, and that's too big. There's red everywhere. I was trying not to. So let's go back with this gray. So what was I telling? Oh, Maddie started to come early, and but we knew the possibility of that then. So we had already done a cerclage, which is you have to stitch the uterus, the woman's uterus. The wall of the uterus is not strong enough to hold a pregnancy. So there has to be a stitching that takes place to try to hold that pregnancy there. So we already knew that my body had to have that, and so we had done that to keep Maddie in place, and I was on bed rest from like week 18, and my water broke at week 25, and so thankfully she was big enough that all her needed was some time in the NIC unit and some oxygen, just for like a day. The rest of the time she breathed on her own. So we were in the NIC unit for 61 days because she came in December and she was not supposed to come till March the 6th, March the 10th, something like that. And she's doing good. She had thank the Lord, no issues from being preemie. I'm going to do me a checklist on Thursday. She just had to grow. She weighed 2 pounds 14 ounces when she was born. Caitlin, when she was born, she weighed 1 pound 9 ounces. This is a tight squeeze. Yeah, that's too tight. I don't like that. There's no in between there. So let's get that back. Let that dry and we'll use it somewhere else. So yes, for those who struggled with pregnancy, miscarriages, been there, done that. Took us 9 years to get Maddie. A lot of doctor's visits. I was even scheduled at a fertility clinic. I was supposed to show up in 2 weeks at that clinic. And I was able to call and say, guess what? I don't need you. God has done his thing. Let's just go with that one. Okay. So then, let's see. I don't know if I can use any of these icons. Let's see that. I always do close on Monday after the weekend because that's the way my hamper always looks, whether I'm folding or washing. Put this cleaning because we need to clean bathrooms. I could put this pot for us for our meal. Oh, I said this was going to be my meal. Come back here, pot. Wonderful. That's going to be my meal. By Thursday, I will be needing groceries. I think I'm just going to do these balloons on this July 4th just because. Well, no, July the 5th is Marshall's birthday, my husband. I can do the balloons for that. Oh, yeah. That's cool. All right, so let me show you what I've still got left over that I can use. All I would need to do is get her decorative pages again. And I could do me a journaling page. So this is how the week turned out, guys. And then here's the pages left over. Some headers still, trackers, some numbers that are still good. And this right here. So still enough left over to where you could use it throughout your journaling pages. So I think it turned out cute. Maybe I need just something right there. Let me put a header. Let's see, that kind of header is too thick. So put that one back down. Let me do this blue header. That was just too much space there. I feel like something was missing. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so y'all, if you like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and love you guys. Thank you so much for following my channel, and I will talk to you later.